there's a part of me that says let the kid swing, and I do. I like that. You got to be able to execute a pitch. You got to not get to 3-0. Maybe you don't be down by 7 runs. I understand all that, and I agree with it. A part of me was brought up kind of a little bit of an old school way in just respecting, your opponent when you're up by a lot. So I get that aspect as well. All that said, I'm okay with him swinging. I really am. And the more I think about it, it's, yeah, go ahead and swing the bat. This is a game. We're playing this competition. If you can't handle it, go home.
I spoke to some people around the Mets today to get their take on things. I spoke with Michael Conforto, asked his opinion, and he tends to be more of an old school guy, to be honest with you. And even he said that he thought it was fine and that it was something that you should do. He said to stop playing the game to him is more disrespectful, and especially in this day and age, the way the ball is flying out, the way that runs are being scored, you never know what's going to happen. The Mets blew a 6-run lead in the bottom of the 9th inning a year ago in September in Washington. They gave up 7 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning. So, in that situation, you don't know how many runs you're going to need. This isn't a game that has a clock on it. We don't know up 7 runs that in 2 minutes the game's going to be over and you're going to definitely win that game. Let the kids play, let the kids swing, and let's move on with our lives. I mean, this is, to me, just one of the ridiculous, ridiculous things that needs to change in this game.
I think there were a couple things here that were a little bit troubling. One is the unwritten rules, which often turn out to be kind of racially coded. It discouraged Latin American players from playing in a way that may be more the custom where they come from, and encourage and value a more conservative sort of American style of play. And I do think that's problematic. But I also think the outpouring that Steve spoke of was problematic. I don't think that Twitter is the place to litigate this. Steve, you didn't say it was, but I was really bothered by all these people kind of piling on like Chris Woodward's an idiot, Jace Tingler's an idiot. I think that's really counterproductive too, because it's a nuanced discussion.
The thing that stands out to me is 12 times already this season. It's been a short season. 12 times a team has scored 6 runs or more in an inning. So to the point here, you don't give up playing the game, no matter where you are, I think, in the game. Certainly that isn't enough for me to have him not swing. Now, it was interesting. The Padres third base coach, Glenn Hoffman, gave him the take sign, and he missed the sign. He didn't even look down. He missed it. So I would have preferred Jace Tingler, the manager, to protect his player a little bit more in that situation instead of throwing him under the bus. But for me, there's a lot of unwritten rules I would get rid of. We've seen guys that have now pimped and bat flipped that we never used to see before. So that's changed. And I think you're going to start to see this change a little bit over the next couple of years. By the way, Reggie Jackson, Johnny Bench were in support of Fernando Tatis too. That tells you a little bit of the old school guys are starting to turn too.